rack it up. I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up. She got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up.
What's going on? Welcome back to the Friendly Fade Podcast, episode 10, with Reem the Dream, Nubs, and Coquito Papi. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're feeling generous, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a banger. With that said and done, boys, welcome back to the pod. We did have a short hiatus with Thanksgiving week. Enjoyed some turkey, some ham, whatever the case may be. I'm happy to be back here on the pod with y'all boys. So, without further ado, I'm going to let Nate hit us with the pick'ems.
What's going on, everybody? First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We took our nice little hiatus, and I think it was definitely needed, especially for Clary. Thank you. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into the pick'ems. And the first game, actually, let me bring up the record. I forgot to bring that up. So as of the pod that we recorded back when the boys were here, or prior to the boys being here, we never got to discuss the actual outcome of that. So without further ado, the new records stand at an even tie, 34-20 across the board. Nubs, Kareem, and I are all tied going into this very star-studded, exciting weekend with conference championships. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the NFL because we're going to get heavy into the NCAA. But we got Broncos, Texans, battle of the ass teams in the beginning, and then now all of a sudden both teams are rolling. Broncos took a heavy L in the beginning, lost by 70 to the Dolphins. And the Texans started off a little rocky, and who had ever thought that the Texans would be, 6-5 now?
Yeah. But
we got Broncos, Texans at Houston. Houston's favored by 3.5. Who you boys rocking with?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos, man. Russ has been cooking. Thank you.
I said, let Russ cook.
Let Russ cook. Yeah, man. Russ is looking like the old Russ. People counting him out, including myself. I thought that man was done. And they're doing pretty good. All of a sudden, Sean Payton finally figured it out. Defense figured it out after that slacking from Miami a few weeks ago. That was a little wake-up call for them. I think they're looking good, man. 5-game winning streak. I do like the Texans a lot because of CJ Stroud, but I think the Broncos keep it going, man. So give me the Broncos.
You taking the spread, though?
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos money line, and I'm taking them to cover the spread.
Wow. Well, you kind of have to if you're taking them because they're the upset.
Yeah, exactly. So
Harry?
I'm the total opposite. I'm taking the Texans, and I think they cover the spread.
All right. On this one, I think I'm gonna rock with the Broncos, man. Just that experience there for Russell Wilson. So I'm rocking with the Broncos. Next up, we got a good one. I really like this one. This one's the exciting one for the NFL. We're rocking to the NCAA after this. But we got 49ers at Philadelphia. 49ers are favored by 3. Who you boys rocking with?
Man, I think Philly just came off a big win last week, man, against the Bills. Yeah, and it's you said the game's at Philly, right? It's in Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's at Philly.
Damn, that's a tough.
I know.
This is tough. Because, dude, you know what? I'm going to pick the 49ers to win, but I think Philly covers the spread. So it's going to be a tight game, man. These boys 49ers are going to scrape by. They might win by a couple points. They're not going to cover that spread, though. So I got Philly covering that spread, their spread.
By 3? So you think they lose by 1?
Yeah, by 1 or 2. Mm-hmm.
All right. Harry?
I'm gonna take the Eagles. I think that defense is gonna put some pressure on Purdy, and he's gonna have to make some plays. And I think ultimately he's gonna fall short. So I'm taking the Eagles this weekend against the 49ers. And what did you say was the spread?
3.
And they will cover the spread.
This one's tough, man. This was real tough. It really is. The Eagles' secondary isn't that good. They get exposed.
They do. That they do.
I don't know, though, but at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts always finds a way to win for them boys. So I think I'm going to rock with the Eagles on this one, man. I really am going to rock with the Eagles on this one.
All right.
No,
All right. So you got Eagles money line and cover spread.
yeah.
Okay. Damn.
All right, let's jump into the NCAA, y'all boys. This is where it gets fun. The first one I picked though is kind of like an obvious, but I bet I put this one just because of the spread. So we got Oklahoma State versus Texas. It's a big game. We're gonna get into that in a 5-minute fade. Who you boys rocking with? We got the spread at minus 14.5. Texas is favored. 14.5.
No, I got Texas winning that, but they're not covering that spread. It's at the end of the day, it's a championship game.
Wow, I was really banking on you picking the spread.
No, that's insane, dude. It's no. Texas wins that game. However, they don't cover.
All right, so let's make it interesting. What do you think the spread is?
I think they win by a touchdown.
All right, so 7. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Harry?
Literally, I got the same exact thing. You asked the same question. I was about to say I got the spread at 7, if anything.
Yeah. I mean,
So I literally got the same answer for you. I got Texas, but they're not covering that spread.
I got Texas, but I got them winning by 3.
Okay, so
it's
same.
Gonna be a shootout, bro. I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, a shootout, but like it's gonna be close. Like I don't think it's gonna be anything. To the caliber of 14.5 points. That's kind of disrespectful.
Hella disrespectful.
All right, here's the big ones, boy. Now we got to get right into the nitty gritty. We got Oregon versus Washington. Ooh, who you boys rocking with?
So last time they played,
oh shit, my bad. The spread is Oregon's favored 3.5 this time ago.
Okay, so last time they played, that's Oregon's only loss. So Oregon lost last time they played. This time around, we're talking neutral site. Oregon's looking good. I don't think they take a second L from Washington, man. And that's going to set up. Obviously, we're going to talk about it a little further down the road, but I think that's going to set up a mess for the top 4. Like it's going to get crazy. But I got Oregon winning that game, and they're covering the spread. 3 points.
3.5.
Yeah. They're covering the spread.
I'm taking Washington to shut them out for the year, and I think they cover the spread.
Oh, wow. Bold statement.
Yeah. Damn, Harry, that's bold. I think no team beats them back to back. I'm rocking with Oregon.
Same.
I think Oregon wins by 3 or less, though. So I take Washington to cover the spread.
Hey, we got a lot of different opinions on these pick'ems. I like it. This is going to be a nice weekend for the record that stands at literally even as we speak. So it's going to be dope.
Yeah, that's going to be real cool. All right, last game we rocking with. We got Georgia, Alabama. Big game, big playoff implications. We got Georgia favored by 6. Who you boys rocking with?
This is gonna be a tough one, man, for me. But if I'm a betting man, if I had to put money on this, I'm gonna go with Georgia winning. However, I don't think they cover.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a close game. Alabama's going to play him tough, man. It's not going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's going to be close. Georgia pulls it off somehow. They remain the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. So that's that.
Harry?
Where's Alabama currently ranked right now?
They're 8, bro.
8. Yeah, they dropped them at 8. Texas at 7. Ohio State at 6. Oregon at 5, Florida State at 4. 3 is Washington, 2 is Michigan, and 1 is Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the same thing Kareem said on this one. Unfortunately, I'm taking Georgia, and they will not cover that spread. For some reason, I thought Alabama was ranked even a little lower than that.
Damn.
No, that one loss is hurting them bad this year, dude.
Right, and it usually doesn't come to bite them in the ass too much.
Yeah, typically it doesn't, but this one loss this year, bro, the committee's not playing with them no more.
Nah, because there's a lot more teams that are undefeated now.
Yeah,
we'll get into that in the 5-minute fade.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all boys take the same thing. I'm gonna have to toss this one up. I'm gonna go Alabama. and that's gonna stir the fuck out of shit, bro. That might actually hurt FSU, but I'm rocking with Alabama.
Ooh.
That would hurt FSU.
That shakes up things, and we're gonna talk about it in 5-minute fade, obviously. But dude, this weekend is gonna be nuts. All right, you already know what time it is, boys. Yeah. So I mean, leading right into it, right? We were talking about, we were picking the games. So yeah, the top 4 college teams that the committee just selected it, right? And Nate already called them out. And obviously, if you weren't listening, so we got number 1 Georgia, number 2 Michigan, number 3 Washington, number 4 Florida State. And Nate, I know a few days ago we were having this conversation, right? We're like, dude, like, where should everybody place? And I think we all said the same thing, except I had obviously Michigan number 1, and you guys kind of agree with me a little bit. But I do think everybody that's in the top 4 right now belongs in the top 4. But before I go into my little rant, I'm going to let you go first, Nate. What are your thoughts on this top 4?
Yeah, so this top 4, obviously, as a Florida State fan, we love this. And Kirk Herbstreit kind of alluded to it during the little college football playoff segment. If you're a Florida State fan right now, you're ecstatic, because the fact that we're in there at number 4 means that all we have to do is win on Saturday, and we're pretty much a sure lock. And kind of like we were just talking about, boys, the committee's looking at records now. They're not really looking at strength of schedule. I think there's different factors, of course, right? So if, everybody has the same undefeated record, then we look at strength of schedule. Then after strength of schedule, then we look at how much they got blown out by, shit like that. But right now, I mean, there's 4 undefeated teams, and they all deserve to be at the top 4. Now, do I think as the college football playoff as a whole, should they be putting the most deserving, or should they be putting the best? That's where I think the debate really comes into play, because right now, Florida State is not their best. They don't have their star quarterback. So if that being said, if the committee's looking at 4 best, Florida State does not need to be in there, unfortunately, as a Florida State fan. One player doesn't make the team. Don't get me wrong. We got some studs in Keon Coleman, Jaheim Bell. We got Trey Benson running all over the place. And we got some great defensive players. But a QB runs the whole game. Like, if we would have lost maybe, knock on wood, don't ever want to say this, but like a Keon Coleman or a Jaheim Bell or a Johnny Wilson, I wouldn't say take us out. But, Travis ran the whole show, and Tate just showed that he can manage it. And I think we're going to need somebody that needs to run the show, not manage it, if we're going to go into the college football playoffs. So that being said, the top 3 definitely deserve to be in there if we're going with the best. But, as a Florida State fan, it hurts me to say this, but I think we should probably take Florida State out and put maybe Ohio State or somebody in there like Oregon if they beat Washington.
No, so I was saying, Nate, I as much as you know, I'm a FSU hater. I'm gonna say, as of right now, you guys do belong in that top 4, because you guys at the end of the day,
you deserve it. I said you deserve it.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, at the end of the day, bro, you guys are still undefeated. We can get into the weeds about how you guys got there or whatever like that, but records matter. So right now, top 4 teams, all undefeated records. Anybody looking out from the outside, they have 1 loss. So if you had to pick right now, that top 4, it looks pretty solid to me. However, I will say that, and we've mentioned this before, FSU's the weaker of the bunch, especially now you guys are down your QB. Now it's even more obvious that you guys don't belong there. And the committee, they're going to make sure this year that what happened last year doesn't happen again in the championship game, letting TCU in and getting blown out by Georgia.
I mean, but TCU did put up a game in the semifinals, though, bro, and won that game.
I get that, but then when they got to the finals, I get you, bro. But when they got to the finals against the big dog,
who did they play to go to the finals? I think they played Ohio State, right?
I believe they beat Ohio State.
I think they beat Michigan.
Oh no, Michigan. Right? Yeah, it was Michigan. You're right.
So we could sit here and say, and that's a powerhouse team, right? So we could sit here and say, if they would have went to the championship against Georgia, maybe they would have got blown out. At TCU, who beat them, got blown out. So I mean, it could go either which way. There's numerous factors, right? We can't just sit here and say one thing and contradict it with another.
No, I get you, but like last year, bro, when TCU beat that Michigan team isn't who they are this year. This Michigan team,
I get that 100%. I'm not saying that.
That's a whole different.
Yeah, that was just comparing it to what you were saying. That's all.
Yeah,
this
No,
is
I
the
get,
same
I
thing.
get where you're coming from. I'm just saying, kind of like FSU right now, like it's very iffy, and it's we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how this week plays out because if Alabama somehow wins, now you got
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Alabama beating a number one team, and then
we're gonna
now
get
who
into
do
that.
you boot out? The four because
We'll talk about
yeah,
that. Let Harry talk though.
yeah. Go ahead.
We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
talk a lot of what if scenarios for sure. But let Harry say what he
Absolutely.
got to say.
Yeah, but before I say what I want to say, I mean, Kareem, the 5-minute fade. I mean, Doug, that was 5 minutes right there, bro. For real. This
For real.
Anyways, very good points from both of you. I think what Nate said was very, very valid. FSU deserves to be there, and I'm in the stance where, I mean, I understand that they're not going to be at their best, but we can't take them out of the top 4 unless they lose. I mean, at this point, you know what I'm saying? And so, although I think, like Kareem said, they are the weakest, I wouldn't take them out unless they lost, regardless of what happens this week.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if, as long as FSU wins, they will stay in the top 4, and I think it should be that way, regardless if they're at their best or they're not at their best. Because obviously now there are teams that will be a better fit to compete for the national championship, but they deserve to be there. So I wouldn't want that to be taken away from them unless they lost, unfortunately, even though, it could be ugly regardless of who they play in the top 3.
And I will say this before, because I know Reem's about to go off, but I will say this. Didn't I think Tua come in as a backup quarterback in the national championship and replace Jalen Hurts and end up winning that game?
Yeah.
So we can't sit here and say, I'm not saying Tate is by any means a Tua. By any means. I'm not saying that. But can't sit here, like Harry said, and discredit FSU. I mean, he handled business in the swamp. That's a hard place to play. And granted, the Gators aren't the Gators that we know from the past. They're not that good. But, it's still a rivalry game, and it's still the swamp. Tough environment to play. He managed the game well. So who knows, man? But let's talk about what ifs, boys. So what if Alabama wins, right? Or I think, Kareem, you were just talking about that. What if Alabama wins, Georgia loses, and now we move the 3 undefeated teams up and we put somebody in at the 4th spot, 4th spot with a 1 loss? Is that how the committee's looking at it? Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Nate, so like you said, if Florida State wins, Michigan, and then who's your third? Washington. So they all 3 win, they stay in for sure. And then, but Georgia loses, I mean,
they're not staying in.
They're not staying in. There's no way they're staying in at that point. Dude, it's got to be.
Why do you guys not think Georgia stays in over the Ohio State or if Oregon loses, you know what I'm saying? They're number 5 right now. So if they lose, you got Ohio State moving up, you got Texas moving up, Alabama moving up.
But it don't matter who's at 5, bro. It matters who's in the 4. I don't care about that.
So that's what I'm saying. If you move Georgia out of there because they lose, who are you putting in at that 4 spot?
Me personally, I would say it would have to be Texas if Texas wins. Because Texas actually made it to a championship game. They win the Big 12 championship. You got to put them in. Because if
Alabama beats Georgia and Texas beat Alabama in Alabama, then they deserve to move up.
My point exactly. Because now that Alabama win is going to mean that much more. So you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying no SEC team in the college football playoffs is basically what you're just saying right now.
No what?
No SEC team. If Bama wins, no SEC team in the playoffs.
Basically,
that'll hurt Paul Feinbaum's heart right now, bro.
I don't care about Paul Feinbaum. That's what's fair, dude. Texas wins, Georgia loses, and then obviously Texas beat Alabama. So Alabama's gonna do Texas a favor by beating Georgia. So you got to get Georgia out of there.
Although that makes sense, I don't think it plays out that way. I think it's gonna be either at Ohio State or Alabama, honestly. Because it makes perfect sense to throw Texas in there, 100%.
Ohio
Because-
State has
I
no
like
chance.
I like Ohio State though because they lost to Michigan. That's the number 3 team.
Exactly. That's
So why do you
that's
not
why
give
I
them
have
another
in there.
chance?
You
Why
can't.
do you not give them another chance and have them replay each other?
Exactly.
They're
That
not
would be
gonna
exactly.
allow. They're not gonna allow 2 Big Ten teams to come in when Alabama just beat a Georgia, and Alabama's a 1-loss team, and they played in the championship game. Ohio State doesn't play in the championship game, so they lost that privilege. And I
Okay,
think
you're
that
right.
championship
That is
game,
true.
Yeah,
That is
you're
true,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Dude,
Okay.
that the
I like
deciding factor is gonna be the championship game. And now
we give you that W, Kareem. Don't no sahara now. Like, calm down. We're good. We're good. Boy, about to go on his rant. All right, let's talk about another what if though. What if Washington loses against Oregon? So then you got what? Who you guys got? We got Georgia and let's shake it up even more. Let's do Washington, Georgia loses. We got 2 in the top 4. We'll end it here though and move on. But we'll end it here. We got Georgia and Washington loses. What do you got? You got Florida State at 2? What? With a backup quarterback? What you guys rocking with?
if Georgia and Washington lose, you're gonna have to put in Bama and Oregon.
So what about Texas? You're X-ing Texas?
I might.
Nah,
Okay.
if you're going with your statement before this, you have to keep Texas.
You have to pick Texas.
Okay,
Yeah, you
that's
can't
fair.
just sit here and say,
Okay,
"I
that's
just throw
fair.
Alabama in it."
Hey, that's fair. However, Texas has to win their game.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So
Yeah, no, Texas wins their game. That's what we're saying. Just Georgia Georgia and Washington lose. Everything
okay,
else
so yeah, so I would have to go Texas. So yeah, I'm backtracking.
Oregon, Texas. So you would have who's your number
Oregon,
one?
Texas, because again, championship games matter. They made it. They won the championship game. They get a chance in, dude. You got to give them a chance.
Who do you got 1 to 4?
1 to 4. I'm gonna have to go Michigan 1.
All right.
Florida State 2. And there's gonna be I'm gonna give Texas the edge at 3, and then Oregon at 4.
Damn. All right. What about you, Clary? If Georgia and Washington lose, who you got in the top 4?
I went ahead and agreed with the whole championship thing there, so I can't really sit here and say I'm going to put Ohio State or Alabama in there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess it's going to be Texas and what was the other team that Kareem just mentioned?
Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, just off championship games alone, because I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to throw a team in the playoffs that didn't even win their fucking division? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I guess I would have to do Michigan, Florida State. I'm gonna switch it here. Kareem, you said you had
Texas at 3.
Texas at 3. I'm gonna go Oregon at 3, Texas at 4. But I agree.
I'm curious. Why Oregon at 3?
I just feel like Oregon's been in the top 5 or 6 this whole entire time, and they've had a tougher schedule. I also feel like Bo Nix has been playing really good. How he's been candidate, I think he has, the will to win, and I just like Oregon, bro, to beat the Washington team that beat them. I think, it kind of solidifies their number 3 spot.
So Oregon will have to play Florida State.
2 and 3 would play 1 and 4.
We already know how that went last time y'all saw them in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that would be pretty cool.
Literally might be a rerun.
And you know what's really funny about that? I was just thinking about that earlier. I was like, Florida State and Oregon were the first to be in the first BCS, and then this is the last BCS with 4 people in it. So
That's
next
true.
year we go to the 12. So Florida State and Oregon would be the first and the last for the BCS era with 4 teams in it.
College football playoffs. It's not BCS no more.
That'd be nuts, bro. That'd be pretty crazy.
That would be wild.
I like that. Honestly, I would like to see that. I would like to see Oregon play Florida State.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. That'd be a good game. But who knows, man? I just know that second half team at Florida State is something serious. That defense didn't allow a positive yard against Florida the second half, bro. They put up negative 15 yards or some shit like that, negative 6 yards total in the second half.
That's
insane,
wild, bro.
Yo, hey, listen, man. with these second half adjustments y'all got to make every game, they ain't gonna fly in the playoffs, dude. You
That's
guys
what I'm
got to
scared
play a
of.
big game.
That's what I'm scared. I hate having to deal with that. But I mean, we're not down by like 40 by any means. You know,
I
we're
know,
down,
dude, but still,
down 3. You know,
Nate, you got to think, dude. I mean, yeah, you're not down by 40, but sometimes when you get into the playoffs, you're playing a lot better. You're playing superior teams, and even if they're up by 7 and going into halftime, sometimes you're not recovering from that, like the way you've been recovering against the Miamis of the world and the Clemsons of the world.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
this happened in 2013 when we went down 24-3 against Auburn in the championship, and we ended up coming back. So I mean,
this ain't 2013, bro.
No, I'm just saying you're making it seem like it's impossible. I'm just letting you know it's been done before. So you just never
not impossible.
know.
I'm just saying. So at one point,
that's my fault. That's my whole thing is.
At one point, you're gonna have to play a complete game from 1 through 4. Like
no,
y'all can't lack at all, bro.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. I'm not disagreeing with you there.
So yeah, just all right, but
I'm just saying it's not
So
impossible.
you know, we done with the 10-minute fade?
15-minute fade.
All right, we good.
So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say on this one. All right, so the scenario is you are currently in a 10-year relationship with your girl. And in those 10 years, I mean, you know, whatever, you've been dating for 10 years, but you find out that 3 months into your relationship, she cheated on you. But since then, it's been nothing but loyalty. What are you doing, boys? Are you letting this one go, or are you staying put and keeping her around? So, I mean, we're going clockwise. So, I mean, I'll let Kareem take the floor first.
Before we get started, let's bring in a female perspective on this. What do you guys think? Let's bring Laila back because we got another topic that we want to discuss with her. But let's bring in Laila, ladies and gentlemen. Laila,
welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Laila. Hey,
all right.
So Laila, did you hear the question?
Yes.
All right. So Kareem, go ahead.
All right. So for me, man, this is kind of tough, Harry. So I think for me, it's going to come down to, obviously, if you're in a relationship for 10 years, it's pretty serious, right? I'm going to have to ask some questions, man. I'm not going to say it's going to be like a no-go, like immediately I'm gone. Because like you said, that happened one time, and for 10 years, she's been loyal. So again, I'm going to have to ask some questions. I'm like, all right, who was it? You know, what were we going through at the time?
Where was it? When was?
I need context, right? So that there's we got to dig deep into this one. But me personally, I don't think I would leave right away, because if you've already invested 10 years with someone, that's kind of tough to just walk away because of something that happened 10 years ago. So my answer, I mean, pretty quick, short answer is going to be no, I wouldn't leave. Obviously contingent on those questions that I'm asking and what those answers are. Obviously truthful answers. And from there, basically I'll go with the answers I get. I'll go from there.
Damn, so they're contingent on truthful answers. How do you know they're truthful answers?
Well, when I say, okay, I'm saying the scenario, let's say she gives you the truth, like she tells you the truth.
Okay.
All right. I mean, this is all hypothetical, right? So yeah, she tells you the truth, and depending on what those answers are, that's when I'll make my final decision.
But I'll put a contingency plan on that whole.
Got to.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right, Nate, what you got, boy?
I mean, I'm kind of on the same boat. There's different factors that come into play at that point. What's the stability of our relationship at that point? If we're rocky, I'm out. I'm out ASAP, like ASAP rocky, bro. If we already rocky, shit's been kind of on edge, and now I find out you cheating in our 3rd month, I'm out of here. But I mean, if we're in a great relationship, everything's been great, there has been no rocky edges, or we find out, if we do go through rocky, times, how we've overcome that, if there's any stability in the relationship, then I might stay. I mean, got to ask the questions, though. I'm with the contingency plan. I love that idea. I got to know the who, what, when, where, how. But other than that, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be
W's, baby.
Hey, you already know. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna rock with on that.
All right,
All
so
right,
yeah, I mean, I think all across the board, then we're gonna have to all agree because I'm not gonna go on the other side of that one.
Because Kareem said he'd stay. So
yeah.
No, well, no. What do you mean? Kareem said he'll stay.
he said he was gonna stay, right, Kareem?
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna leave.
For the
Like,
most part, you're staying. For the most
yeah.
part.
Again,
Contingency.
pendant. Yeah, there's contingent on what she tells me, because again, 10 years ago, I got to ask some questions and be like, yeah, like Nate said, the 5 W's. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you go, Harry. So my short answer is I'm not gonna leave immediately right away.
My short answer is I'm out of there.
Out of there.
You said if the relationship is rocky though.
Yeah, because
At the time.
my thing is, I feel like this question is being asked in the context of if you're in a 10-year relationship. I mean, how rocky can that really be?
It's healthy. Yeah, if you're in a 10-year relationship, bro, and none of y'all.
How do you know? How do you know people stay in a 10-year relationship?
Okay, you're right.
People stay in a long relationship because they're comfortable. It doesn't mean it's good.
This is
it's just comfortability at that point.
I stand corrected.
Continue.
Okay, I mean,
well, that 10th year can be rocky, right? The 3 months leading up to you finding that out could be rocky. You know what I'm saying? Just all depends. 10 years, 9.5 or 9 3/4 have been great, but that last quarter might be trash.
Okay. No, yeah, I feel you. Like Laila said, how do we know? But I'm answering the question in terms of that aspect that if I am in that 10-year relationship, that I'm probably in a good place because I'm not the type of a dude that's gonna fucking stay around for 10 years if that shit ain't a good relationship. So in my particular situation, I wouldn't leave because that's just too much time for me to throw away, especially considering how dating is today. The grass is not greener on the other side, so there's no way I could reset and start with from scratch with somebody else. I just don't think it's a smart decision. So that's what I'm going with. I'm staying.
You don't want to be on these streets?
I don't. Sorry, my guy. I don't. These streets are not for your boy. At least not anymore, you know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, Laila, what do you have to say as far as this matter is concerned? I'm very interested.
I feel like I guess Nate was right in a certain aspect. If it's rocky and that happens, I too would be like, all right, well, this is a great reason for me to just leave. But for the most part, 10 years, like, how are you gonna like throw away 10 years, And I'm assuming after 10 years, like, you've got to have something with this person. You've got to have, like, you married maybe and kids after 10 years. I mean, people don't just date for 10 years.
Own property, something.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're going to really mess all that up because she cheated. Like 3 months into maybe she wasn't really in love with you the first 3 months, Like, I don't know.
That ain't an excuse.
That
is not an excuse.
And my boy Nate said, damn, and she cheated on me on the probation period? God damn.
Not even 90 days.
I'm not saying it's okay.
The forbidden period.
The honeymoon phase is just not
right. The honeymoon, you're cheating on the honeymoon phase?
That's supposed to be the best part.
It wasn't honeymooning, obviously, if she's cheating.
That's great.
But
yo, Harry.
No. Y'all are annoying. Anyway. No, so my answer would be I would stay. And obviously try to fix it. Probably seek like couples therapy or some type of counseling because that's gonna linger. You're not gonna just forget about that. You don't just forget somebody cheated. That's gonna stay and it's gonna cause more problems. And then if you're fighting, you're gonna throw it in their face, and then she's are you really gonna trust them? So I feel like if you do stay,
especially as a man, right?
Yeah,
I mean, as a man, we ain't letting that shit go. And I can tell you that as a man, that shit would always linger with me. So I definitely.
You're not lying, bro. You're not lying.
Big facts.
Yeah, so if you stay, but be proactive about it. Do something.
Can you stay? I guess that's another good question to ask here. Well, is like, can you stay? Can you put that ego to the side and be like, damn, I can totally forget the fact that she cheated on me. It's just 3 months in. It's no big deal. We've been together for 10 years. Like, I guess you as a woman do it? And I guess for the men, can we as men do it? We'll touch on that.
I don't think you can. Honestly, I don't think anybody can forget that. But the point is to forgive. Like, can you really forgive your partner? You're not supposed to like forget it. That's obviously going to be drilled in the back of your mind, but try not to just call them out about it all the time. Go through your therapy, go through whatever needs to happen, maybe take a time off, and then figure out what you really want to do.
Yeah, because then, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if it's going to be something that you're going to use as fuel whenever you get into a fight, then you might as well end it right there and there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you decide to forgive somebody, then, that problem at that point becomes reconciled because you guys have spoke about it and, you know what I'm saying, and hashed it out. So, like, if you're going to use it as fuel to, get back at them when some bullshit arises, then just fucking let that shit go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't say you forgive the person and then at any given moment when you get upset, oh yeah, that's why you cheated on me. I'm like, at that point, all right, you didn't forgive. Choice. Yeah, you didn't forgive. You made the choice to fucking stay. So if you bring that shit up, yeah, that's on you.
Well said. How about what you think, Nate?
Wait. So what's that context there? The girl cheated on you, you're telling them that, or the guy cheated on the girl and she's telling them that? That kind of threw me off.
Well, I think it goes both ways, Nate. Whoever cheats on, it goes both ways.
Okay, so you were just saying, okay, my bad. I took it.
Yeah, I'm talking about in general. Like, if you forgive the person, if you forgive your partner for cheating, like, I think at that point you're not allowed to bring that shit up again, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
100%. It's either you forgive or you get the fuck out.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree 100%. I just don't think that's like really.
Oh no! I mean,
to be completely honest, we could all sit here and say, yeah, we're all biblical in the fact that we got to forgive and forget. Shout out to, but
forgive and forget, and then leave. You can do that too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, dog, like no one can do that. I'm telling. If somebody has cheated on you, you're literally gonna sit here and tell me, because I agree. At that point, if she cheated, I'm leaving because I don't think I physically can be like, yo, I'm gonna let that shit go. Because then I'm going to be like in the back of my head when she goes somewhere, is she doing something? Even though the last 10 years, quote unquote, she's been loyal. But yeah, like, how do we truly know that, So I don't know. I guess that's a trust issue on my behalf, but,
No, I feel you.
At least I'm man enough to own that. But, for me, I think I would have to be out.
Yeah, and honestly, Nate, whatever decision you make, you have every right to make that decision, bro. Nobody has the right to hold that against you.
Yeah, and I don't care if you hold it against me. It's just a fucking.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. It feels like these days, bro. A lot of people feel like they have a say in other people's relationships, like friends, family members. Like, it's like, dog, I'm not in a relationship with you. I'm in a relationship with this person, so I don't need your input. Like in my life, in my relationship, like everybody feels like they're Dr. Phil all of a sudden and want to give fucking life advice and relationship advice, as if their life is fucking great and they have the best relationship. That's what kills me the most, bro, is when I see people that are in shitty relationships or are single and they're trying to give you fucking advice. I'm like, dude.
And that's the funny part, is that usually they are in a shitty relationship.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Because we all have our own little issues. Nobody can sit there to my face and tell me I have a perfect relationship. You can't tell me that, bro.
Facts.
Will and Jada. Thank you.
Make it the worst relationship to go with. Hell no. But any final thoughts?
Yeah. What, Laila? Did Laila say something
about what? Yeah, I was the reason why you guys.
She said she's staying, Nate.
Yeah, no. But about the segue though, if she can forgive and forget.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, so I hadn't,
and none of y'all answered that either. I was the only one that answered that. Y'all really think y'all gonna slide on that, right? Yeah, I caught y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, we gonna get to y'all, Laila.
I had a cheating like situation where I took the guy back because he begged and begged and begged, and like I think we dated again, but it was a short, like, it was like, it wasn't 10 years, but still, like, that's the only thing I can associate with. That week of us getting back together, I was on his ass. Like, that's not healthy. I couldn't sleep. I was like, what is he doing? What about this? Oh, don't look over there. You can't go to this. Like, it was just, you become obsessed with that. So I don't know if it's really, but that was a boy. Yeah, that was a boyfriend. Like, let's say it was my husband that did it. So we're married 10 years and he cheated at the beginning. Is it going to be easier? Probably not. Am I going to leave as easier? Probably not, because it's my husband now. It's not a boyfriend. So now it's like I have family possibly with this person. I live with this person. It's not as easy to just like, you know what, let's break up because I can't get out of my head. No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if that happens, seeking counseling would definitely be like the go-to and try to figure it out. And because
Preach.
oh, thank you.
I mean, well said, Laila. But
Very
for
well
me,
said, very
if you're
well
asking forgiving, can I forgive and
That is
forget?
true. There is factors, kids, how old the kids,
Yeah,
all that
absolutely. So Nate, you're asking,
shit.
can you forgive and forget, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to forgive, but I mean, me personally, I would just leave, bro.
You would leave?
Well, because okay, are we going back to the question
Catch
about
you on the flip side.
but again, contingent, like I said, contingent on what those answers are. Let's say those answers. Okay, let's play a scenario over. Let's say those answers aren't to my liking, and I decide at that point, okay, I'm good. I don't want to do this no more.
That's the easy way out. We're going back to can you forgive and forget. We're not copping out of that question. Go ahead.
What you mean? I'm literally.
Can you forgive and forget? That's the question.
Damn, dog. I don't know if I can, bro.
I thought so.
All right, I can't, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
All right, it's okay.
Got my ass.
Yeah, Joe. I had to, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Y'all thought y'all was so quiet, and then I realized.
Oh man.
And then
all right, what you got, bro?
What's the next topic? You got any final thoughts? Yeah, I do got a final thought, motherfucker.
Ultimately, you're gonna forgive them, but that's gonna stay with you in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of whether or not you could put up with that shit for whatever amount of time. So I mean, yeah. Ideally, though, like, nah. I mean, I'm sure some of us still think about shit that happened with exes from a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? It's not even relevant because obviously they're not relevant in your life. But it's like fuck, like goddamn, that shit sucked. So you don't forget those type of things.
Facts.
Damn, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
I felt that one. Shit.
Laila,
my dog about to go wipe some tears out there, boy.
Yeah. Yo, chill.
I'll give you the thumbnail right here, bro.
Oh shit.
That's because I gotta meme it up. You know what I'm saying?
So your final answer is you can't forgive either, though.
Can't forget, brother.
Forget. Okay, cool. All right. So I guess we're all on the same.
You win, Nate. You win. Is that what you wanted to hear, brother?
Yeah, right.
I didn't want to hear that I won. I just wanted to hear y'all answer. That's all. That's all I wanted.
My man said, "I don't want to be the only one, dog."
Because y'all trying to throw me out there. I see y'all.
Yo, all right. Any final thoughts before we move on to the next one?
No, I think we're good on that one.
All right, bet. So last time Laila was on, towards the end of the show, something came up and she got lucky. She dodged a question. We might have to do a little grade out segment from the last time we asked the question in Laila's face. Yeah. and see Laila's face. She hits you with the So we're gonna I told you we're gonna bring you back and we're gonna ask the question again. So let's give the audience
I've had some time to think
what they want. I hope so. I hope you came prepared. But hey, the question that everybody's asking these days: does body count matter?
Come on, man. Of course it matters, bro. Of course it matters. And
how are you gonna get the truth though? That's the question.
And that's the thing is like with guys, like you're probably not gonna get the truth, but you kind of gotta, I don't know, man. You kind of gotta see how the person kind of like, acts or whatever, and what like just the things that they're just what they do on a regular basis. Like you're able to find these things on whether or not like they're promiscuous through other things. Like it's all perspective for a man. Like, I mean, when we ask these questions to people we're talking to about their body count, I mean, we always take it with a grain of salt because we know it's bullshit. Like they're usually not going to answer these questions like
truthfully.
You know what I'm saying? So we have that little saying where you times it by 3 or whatever the case may be, and you take that as your answer. But no, man, you just gotta. It's just there's other ways to know. Like you just gotta see how that person be rocking with other people, and yeah. But it absolutely matters, in my opinion.
So before hold on here. So I'm gonna ask you this: what is a reasonable body count for a
Oh
female?
God, man.
Oh
This is ridiculous.
yeah.
What is your point? What at what point do you get and you're like no?
That's a good question, man. It's a good
And obviously
question.
age matters, right? So we're gonna use our age. Average age between all of us, 32. 32-year-old female. What body count are you like? I'm cool, or that's too much.
Good question, bro. I'm gonna have to go with maybe somewhere in the just because you also got to be a little realistic too, in my opinion. Because obviously we want to sit here and say freaking 5 bodies or something like that, but come on, like you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna find that. You know what I'm saying?
Kareem wants single bodies.
Hey, wait till I get to my answer, dog. I got y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit in the 10 to 20 range, I guess.
Between 10 and 20?
Yeah.
For 32-year-old female in our generation?
Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
Especially considering how many bodies
y'all really think
it has, because you know what I'm saying, they're not usually they're not in that range. Bro. So that's why I'm gonna choose that range for women, because I mean for men they're usually not in that range because they don't have those type of options.
Touche.
At least not the average man. We're not sitting here talking about like freaking Rico Suave and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the average man. 5'8", 30 to 45K a year.
Exactly.
Yeah. He not up there on the body count. Absolutely not.
Right.
So yeah. So we're talking. Yeah, we're only speaking on women for this segment.
So you think that the average 32-year-old woman would only have 10 to 20 bodies?
No, I'm not saying that. That's just the
that's the
thinking,
my boy. That's reasonable.
That's the range that I'm willing to indulge.
Yeah, because I asked him what is okay. What would you want? Like if you're in your ideal, if you're trying to date a 32-year-old, what is your ideal body count for her? Like what is acceptable for you? So he answered the question. That's fair. And that's his preference, right? But Nate,
a lot of girls now. I feel like a lot of girls nowadays have more than that, though. Like especially at the 32-year-old. So
no, I mean, no, for sure. But hey,
for me, I would love a low body count. I just don't think it's realistic. I mean, or reasonable. I just feel like it's a lot higher nowadays. But does body count matter to me? Yeah, dog. I mean, what guy wants a girl that's had a high body count, right? Like, I mean, nobody wants that. But my whole story behind that is we're never going to get the real answer. So what does it matter? Like, at the end of the day, we can sit here and say, yeah, body count matters, but you don't know this girl her entire life. If she's an average 32-year-old woman, you didn't see her the 31 years prior of her growing up in life. You don't know what she's been through, daddy issues or anything like that. Like, so, I mean, it's just kind of hard.
What she's been through is a lot of glizzies tossed at her face.
No respect for women.
Sandwiches.
Misogyny.
No, I'm not saying I don't have any respect.
Hey, no, not you. Harry's comment.
Misogyny.
Continue.
My man.
But no, I mean it's unrealistic to expect, because that's why the guys do the ×3 rule, right? Like if a girl tells you 10, you multiply it by 3, and I still think she probably have more than 30.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? Like we're never gonna get the real answer,
bro.
I mean, dog, every girl has a whole phase, bro. Especially she been hurt. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that it's gonna happen majority of the time.
Probable.
Bro. It's very probable. That's all it is. Statistically speaking, sample size big, just saying it's just more probable. Is that the ideal woman? No. I mean, obviously I would rather a girl be, under 10. Is that realistic? No. But,
so, okay. So now to ask a follow-up question. So by what you said, so there's no you can't there's no such thing as really an ideal woman these days.
I never said that.
That's not true. That's not true.
For the most part,
You said
in
the
general,
ideal woman.
in general.
Yeah.
I just said ideally it'd be great to have a woman under 10. That's what I said, ideal. I never said anything about
that's ideal for him.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is what is the chances you find that?
I mean, there's chances. There's for sure. Just like me and Layla are best friends, and you guys said that. That's,
I know, but the chance is very small because
very slim. It's very slim.
Yeah, they're very slim chances, but I mean, they're out there. They're definitely out there. Of course,
yeah, I understand
girls out there for sure. I just think, you know how back in the day where like girls are like, oh, I'm a virgin till marriage and shit like that's just out the window for fucking like ever now. So I just feel like, you know, girls are starting at like 14 nowadays, 13 nowadays. So
yeah,
I know, it's crazy, bro.
Chill, Josh Giddey, relax, dog.
Hey, yo,
I ain't Josh Giddey. I ain't
saying, no, I'm not talking to you.
General.
I'm saying, like Josh Giddey, chill out, dog.
Yo, Kareem, you make sure you lock up Leah, bro, as long as possible, dog.
I think.
Yo,
so I guess you're right. I mean, the ideal woman isn't so easy to find.
Absolutely, bro. But
close to impossible to find. Now, I don't know about easy. It's close to impossible to find.
They're out there, man. They're just very, like you said, very slim. And you got to look and you got to do a little bit of research, man. But you know, before we get into all that, man. I mean, for me,
hire a PI, hire a private investigator. Thank you.
My answer to does the body count matter? Yes, absolutely, 100% it matters. Because I think your past tells you a lot about the future. So, and if a girl has a promiscuous past, chances are she will have a promiscuous future.
She belongs to the streets.
Wait your turn. Wait your turn. You get to speak. You get to speak. All right. Let me finish. However, listen, man.
Not believe in change.
Listen, I think. Listen, no, chill. Let me finish. Okay, I think it also matters of the person's reputation, bro. Because if there's a reputation out there that you've been around, like if I ask my boy, like, yo, who is this? And then all the boys like, oh yeah, I know I hit that. I know somebody else that hit that. And blah blah blah. We're going around the room and we're like, no, I'm good. But then if I ask about a girl and everybody's like, nah, she's a good girl. Like I haven't heard nothing bad. Blah blah blah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just gonna be a conversation between me and her. Like, or should I even ask that question at that point? Because if I don't hear nothing about you and I don't hear you through the streets, I might not even ask a question, to be honest. Because at that point, I'm just gonna be like, it's better for me not to know. But if I had to know, ideally, my number will be between 10 to 15 because I'm gonna be realistic. At 32 years old, I doubt you find anything in single digits. So 10 to 15, I think is very reasonable. And what I'm gonna ask Sue is, how many of those people were you in a relationship with? Because that's important. Because if you're telling me, listen, out of those 10 people that I slept with, I was in a relationship with 8 of them. That's 80%, bro. Like, that's pretty good. That means you were actually committed to that person, and that's okay. Like, you know, we all have our lives, and if you're committed to that person, you want to have sex, cool. Like, by all means. But if you're telling me out of those 10 people, you're in a relationship with one of them, my boy, you shooting 10%. That ain't good. Like, that to me is concerning. So I think, again, it's context, everything. I need some details about those bodies, but obviously that's something that you're gonna have to ask down the road. I mean, but
then again, can you believe it? Like, you know,
well, in a perfect world, she tells you the truth, right? In a perfect world. Laila, you telling the truth?
Yeah.
I got him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna let Laila take the floor.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like if a guy asks off rip, you're just insecure. Like, why are you asking?
Because it matters.
Because it's literally
seriously. Because he wants to take you seriously.
It's for your mental satisfaction.
No,
that's why you're asking.
Like, if he's just smashing, he don't care about your body count.
Why can't you just focus on her and not her past, though?
Ooh, damn, Laila, you about to throw me in a rabbit hole. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, like, you're with her right now. See how she acts with you. Like, don't worry about her past. Don't ask her about her stuff. Like, I feel like you're just trying to open a door to something that you don't want the answer to. Like, you don't. It's like asking her, have you ever cheated? And God forbid she tells you yes. You're not going to want to date her anymore. You know, it's like, why do you need to know those? Why don't you just, like, take her out?
Don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask, don't tell.
Like, see for yourself, I guess, like you said, you can kind of see more or less like if she is, and then if you ask the question, if she kind of gives a promiscuous vibe, like you said it, right? So I guess date her for a little bit, see if you get that vibe, and if you do, then okay, then why even bother asking? Just leave. If you get that vibe from her, then just like, all right. But if you don't, then don't bother asking. That's just so pointless. You're going to bring up what is her past that I'm pretty sure she's not proud of. And then it's not going to make you feel any better if you hear a number that you don't want to hear. So that's, yeah. But
I get all that, but to be in a relationship with somebody who's had a dirty past, I just don't know if every guy would want.
Yeah, listen, man. If I'm trying to give you baby,
and before you guys go into this rabbit hole thing right here, it's like for guys, when it comes to women, they care about the past, and for women, when it comes to men, they care about the dude's future. It's just that's just how it goes. So it sucks because for women, the past doesn't matter for men. Like for the man's past, it does not matter whatsoever. It's what can he give me right now and moving forward.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
That's just how I see it in terms of that. But that's just me.
Misogyny.
Okay, so I
he's
agree.
not wrong. He's not wrong.
Hold on, I agree with you guys though. The body count does matter though. I'm not saying
to keep it 100. I don't ask.
Hold on. For a girl, I'm not saying it doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. I had some time to think about it. My reaction last time was very, I'm telling you, I thought about it. I've matured. 3 weeks later. No, for real. Okay, so I like everybody's gonna tell you you have the right to do with whatever you want with your body. It's your body. If you want to sleep with all these men, that's up to you. But with every action, there's a reaction. So yeah, it's great for right now. You're drunk, like forget it tomorrow. Okay, but now that you just added one to your list, and then let's say you're going through a heartbreak, like Nate said, and you're on a whole phase or on a rampage, you're just adding bodies, like one after the other, and then what do you like? You go home to feel like crap as a girl, not you guys, but like. Because now you have that soul tie with all those people. Any girl can tell you, no, it's just like, it's just sex. It's just casual. It's not. We build like something with that person, whether it's like sober or drunk or whatever. You're always going to have now a connection with that person. And so before in my early 20s, I wish I would have known that a lot more. I would have been very mindful with my decisions. But as you get older, you kind of know like your body's a temple. You don't want to keep wearing and tearing it down for whatever like passes by for fun. You kind of have to be mindful what you're doing. So, and as for women that are listening, you are very valuable. Okay. And the reality is we shouldn't be judged for it, but we are going to be judged for it. It's just that simple. As much as it's not fair, it's not fair. Yeah, that's the reality of it. So, and it's unfortunate, but it does matter. I'm not saying, oh, if you're sleeping around, like, oh, that sucks for you, you're never going to get wifed up. No, because it does happen. There's a possibility that a man overlooks that. But that doesn't judge. You can't judge a person either because of that. That doesn't make her, because she's got a body count over, what was your number? 10 to 20 or 10 to 15. Doesn't mean that she's like, oh, I don't like her anymore. She's not worth wifing up. Like, that's not fair, because what if she did have a rough past?
Facts.
What if she's
Layla, to be fair, don't we all? I mean, come on now.
Wait. Before we go down that rabbit hole, I want to go back to what Harry said, because I thought it was very well said. But Layla, I want to kind of ask you, does the man's body count matter, or is it kind of like what Harry said, the woman only cares about what's being provided right now and what his future looks like?
You know what's crazy? I never thought about that until Harry just said it, and I was like, damn, that's so true.
Facts.
Like,
bingo.
I don't not that I don't care. Like, I mean, like, okay, so the last boyfriend, we had this conversation and I asked him, and I was like, oh, like he told me his number and I was like, oh, but then I'm like, all right, like, not that I didn't care, but that I wasn't fixated on that. I was just worried about everything else for the future. Like it makes sense. But
so would you credit that to you being mature now? Would you credit that to you being mature now? Like, what if early 20 Layla would he say?
Well, now I'm also thinking like I feel like with one of my boyfriends from like way back, I asked and his body count was a lot higher than mine because I was still like fresh. And so that kind of was, I was grossed out too. So, but I wasn't fixated on that at the time either. It's kind of just you tell me, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. But I'm not like over obsessing, or I'm not throwing it in your face later. But you slept with so and so amount of girls, like.
Okay, a lot of
It's not
times
that we don't. It's not that we don't care, but it's not a huge. At
it's not
least
a
for
big
me,
deal. It's not a
that's
big
my
deal.
opinion. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
It ain't a big deal. I think going back to what you're saying, Layla, your body's the temple. I think that applies to men and women, but I think more for women.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I'm looking, obviously most men, like if you're taking you seriously, that means they eventually want to have kids with you, right? And the last thing I want is for the mother of my kids to be labeled as a whore or anything like that. That's why like we take that shit very seriously, man, because we want kids with you. And we don't want. I mean, imagine somebody coming up to you and be like, "Oh, your mom's a hoe," like because of her past. Like, damn, like that's gonna make you feel like shit, man. And I don't want my kids to go through that. So that's what I'm saying. Keep in mind, women, man, out there. Keep in mind, like when you're going out there sleeping with all these men, like yeah, you're having fun at the time, but I promise you, you're gonna regret that shit down the road, man.
Yeah,
you really are. Because especially if you're
could be said about OnlyFans too, like women that have
of
OnlyFans
course.
kids, and then they go to school and their kids are getting told that their mom's an OnlyFans whore. Like that's gotta be tough.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it's a weird analogy. I'm going to use a little analogy. It's weird, but think about it as your credit score, right? When you go get a loan for anything, they look at your credit score. They see, okay, what's your credit score looking like? Because we need to know about your past. Have you been paying on time, right? Have you been paying your balances off? And the more you do those things, because you're taking care of your credit, you're higher the score, and the more opportunities you get. Now you're a woman and you're putting yourself out there. You're sleeping with multiple men. That credit score is going to be low. So when you go look for a guy that you want to settle down with, he's like, "Yo, let me run that Carfax."
That cat fax.
Yeah, that cat fax. Let me run them cat fax. And he's like, "Damn, that credit score, that thing is low." That means nah. So most men will refrain from taking you seriously, and that sucks because that guy could have been a really good dude, man. He could have been
okay, but you can build your credit score up. You can.
Yeah, you can build your credit score.
I get it.
That rebuttal though.
I get it. No, that's fine. But I'm saying at the time, Layla, let's say at the time you go to that bank trying to get that loan, your credit score is under 600. You're not getting that loan.
You're not getting that.
I get it. I get you can build your score. That's cool and all. However, at the time that you're trying to get that loan and you find that ideal man and you're like, damn, this guy got money. He's 6'2". Like, he's a great dude. He won't cheat on you. Like, all that stuff. And then he finds out about your past and that thing is gone. That loan is long gone.
Well, I feel like if he finds out about my past and he leaves, then he wasn't meant for me in the first place. Because how dare you judge me by my past? No, that's not fair. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Think about it. That is so shallow.
Wait, I do want to ask the boys this because it kind of happened to me. Would you guys wife up a girl that one of your boys smashed, but you didn't know that he smashed, but you end up finding out? Would you?
Did I marry this girl or no?
Would you wife her up?
No. Like, so before. No, I'm not. No, fuck no.
So context is you were talking to her. You didn't know anything about your boy. You were talking to her. Everything was great. You guys, are doing your thing. You're probably thinking about wifing her up. Then for some random reason, you end up finding out that one of your boys hit it. And
it's
now your whole, that's a wrap?
It's a wrap.
I'm good.
It's
Nate's like, all right, I gotta text her now.
Bro, no, because that was the exact reason why I called it off. But she called me like immature.
No,
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, it's not immature.
I think that's immature. What the heck?
Yeah, like I can't get over her past. Like
that's immature. I think that's very.
You think that's immature?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So okay, that happened to me. That happened to me. That happened to me. And
that's why you think it's immature because it happened to you.
Yeah,
no, I dated the guy. Like that was my boyfriend for a year or something.
Okay, so then how do you not know? Like this new guy you were talking to that his friend was dating you. What?
No, he knew. My boyfriend when I was dating him knew, but I was.
Oh, okay, but Nate's scenario was different.
Yeah. Wait, that's different. That's different, Layla. Because Nate was saying that you haven't wiped her up yet, but like you're getting there. And then
you had no idea that your friend.
Oh! I'm thinking like you knew, and you're just like, oh.
No. Like you're right to the point where you're about to ask her to be your girlfriend, and then you find out.
Is she really a catch though? Because if she is, then it doesn't really matter. How long ago was that?
It don't matter. That's my boy. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
My boy seen you naked.
Like, damn, I thought Kareem was
that was my whole excuse. Reem was, and if I am like, this is a boy that like I invite to my wedding, and I'm supposed to wipe you up, and he's seen you naked.
Nah,
come on, dog. Like, that's hard.
No,
That's
man.
hard.
Yo, listen, men, we like exclusivity. So we want to be like, yo, nobody's touched my girl. Like, obviously, other dudes, who the fuck care? But like, my group of friends, my circle, and no, that's mine. That's mine.
And I saw like I heard a really good thing where it was kind of like, just like you said, you want your girl to be for you, and the moral girl will be for you because she has more power not showing her body than showing her body.
Wow.
That shit hit me like a fucking book, boy. I was like, damn, that is 100% true. The girl that doesn't show her body has the most power. Not the girl that be all out here showing her most fucking titties and ass and bikinis and all that shit on Instagram.
Bro, you guys don't
understand. And to your point, Laila,
you give up all your power.
Her value is at its highest.
Exactly. And you just gave it away. You gave it away to the whole world because they can see it. And now why do I want that? I don't want that. Now you're just going to be for recreational use.
I like that.
I'm not trying to
no respect.
You're tripping for that.
But don't say it. That's not like, who are you?
Sorry how I said it, but sometimes you got to hear the truth.
This goes back to they care how things are said.
How things are said. He said what he said. That's it.
But he said it rude.
No.
Exactly.
Stop. Yo,
I'm sorry, it's true. Laila, I could have said, hey, I'm going to be out here messing with you. Like, I could have said a whole bunch of explicitives, but I said for recreational use. I kept it clean. Like,
it's clean. Come on now. You know what that means, recreational use.
Like a sport, like for fun.
Yeah, for fun.
That's what it is.
I'm not taking you seriously.
I feel like that would have been a better way to put it, like for fun than recreational use.
Nah. It's gonna be recreational.
The viewers who have been using will get the context. Sorry.
Laila, listen, y'all don't understand the power y'all have when y'all are conservative. Like men will be lining up like, yo, ain't nobody seen that? Oh, I'm trying to see it. Because that's the way we think. Again, we like exclusivity. Like we like to know, like we want to have what other people haven't. Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's why a lot of these men out here, like you even, and I don't agree with this, but like just to kind of give you an example, Andrew Tate, like when he's on podcasts, he'll say that he's like, yeah, if I speak to a girl and she tells me she's been here and she's been there and she's been there, like pretty much everywhere in the world, I don't want her. He's like, I don't want her because chances are, number one, she didn't pay for those trips.
Yep.
And number two, that she's been the whole exclusivity thing. He wants that girl to have every first experience with him.
Yeah.
Boom. Money.
That's not real. That's not gonna happen. People live their lives. That's not real.
Of course, why can it be real? Not every girl out there has been on a yacht in Miami like their whole life, bro. Been to Dubai, because they got flown out by some granddaddy that they won't post on their IGs. Like, not every girl's like that. I've seen them on IG all the time, but there are girls out there that be like, yeah, I've only been out the country like one time to go see my family, like wherever this was. And those kind of girls are like, damn, okay, like now I can show you the world. Like, let me show you the world.
In Idaho, right? That's
like,
where they're at.
Yeah. I've been to Idaho. I'm gonna hit you with the
Aladdin. Right, she's been to Idaho, boy.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you with the Aladdin. I can show you the world.
What?
Other than Idaho. I will say this though. Andrew Tate, now that I think about it, was the one who said the woman that doesn't show her body has the most power.
Yes.
Because he was talking about some 55-year-old woman that put herself out in a bikini, bikini on IG, and he was like, "Why the fuck are you doing this?
Why?" He's like, you're beautiful. Like, why do you have to do that?
And he said it perfectly, just like that. Like, she's a beautiful woman. She's very smart, intelligent. But why is she showing her body off at 55 years old? It makes no sense.
Yeah, why are you just
maybe she feels good. Well, maybe she feels good and she wants
shut the fuck.
I feel like that.
But why does that make you feel good?
When did we lose respect for when I put my opinion? Every time I've said something,
I didn't.
Shut up. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Sorry.
What if she like like finally has her self-esteem and wants to put a picture of her in a bikini. Is it really
It's
that big of a
fine.
deal?
It's fine if it's not one of those thong bikinis and she's posed like this, showing the
With
cheeks.
the ass. Come on,
To
man.
me, like to me, think about this. If we're in a relationship and we're out at the beach, right? I'm not gonna want to sit there and take 60 photos of you in a photo shoot showing your ass cheeks. Like, I'm just not here for that. Like, it's just funny because I see, like, whenever I go to the beach, I see these girls putting their phones up in the sand to the perfect position to take all these little, hey, look at my cheeks, look at my ass, look at this, you know what I'm saying? Or when the best part is when they get on all fours and they start doing that like, little crawly thing, bro. Like, why the fuck are you doing this at the beach, bro? Like,
especially when they got a man, bro.
Attention and likes, bro. And then they man the one recording it. Like, what simp are you, bro?
That's
like,
a big
dog,
simp. Big
And
simp.
again,
crazy to me, like-
back to what Nate said. You see those type of pictures that, you know, on all fours, and that's all you need to see. It's recreational use.
Exactly.
Misogyny.
And it's not trying to be misogynistic, boys. It's just values and morals. Just have them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, if you throw one picture up, I get it. Every girl wants to throw their body up, get some type of attention. We get that. That's fine. No big deal. But if your whole IG is flooded with thong bikini pictures, trying to be an influencer, all this type of shit, like, no, that's dead.
You've lost so much value doing that, man.
Like,
I
want the woman that doesn't like. It's rare that I go through any girl's IG and I don't see a thong bikini pic. Like, it's rare. And if I do see them, I'm like, damn, like, I want that girl, bro, because she doesn't need to show her body off.
Because she's a mystery, bro. That's why.
Exactly. That's a big fact.
Yeah,
it's just how guys think. It's not it's not to say that we're right. I'm just saying that's how that's just how we're thinking.
Yeah, and it's not to say like something I wanted to add from earlier is that I understand it's not fair, but like, it's not about what's fair, it's about what is, unfortunately, with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how we think. So it's just, it is what it is. And like the one thing you also said with the whole connection with the other person, when it comes to like body count, it's almost like they're taking every person is taking a piece of you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
like, by the time I get there, what's left for me, basically?
Right. Exactly.
Like, damn. Like, come on, man. Like, you ain't nobody trying to be out here buying a 200,000-mile used car, dog. Like that's just be real. I bought my car. I bought my car.
Analogies are trash.
I bought my, hey, but they're facts though. I bought my car new with low mileage, because at the end that car is gonna give me less issues. But if I go and get me a 200,000 mile car, I'm gonna get issues right off the bat. Boom.
Yeah, that's a great analogy, actually,
let's say
bro.
later on you want to, turn in this car, they give you more money with less mileage. So, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Oh my.
More about this car analogy is great. Honestly, it's probably the best analogy yet, bro.
Yo, I hate my analogies, dog. She's sick of that shit.
That's why.
She said first credit score, now car. Goddamn.
The CapFax credit score, and now the car.
Hey,
it all pertains to one thing.
Only thing I appreciate and value is a home, and I'm gonna tell y'all, females do not appreciate and value the older they get, unlike a home, and that just putting it out there, just saying.
Now, women age with fine wine. I mean, just like fine wine, but not their body count, though. If their body count is also increasing as they increase in age, and
well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by that.
Oh, I thought you meant like the woman. I was like, damn. Right?
No. I mean, listen. Just
what happens when your girl gets old? Like...
No. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Nate, thank you for clarifying. Yeah. As you get older and the body count keeps growing, that value going down the drain.
Yeah.
So, but and that's just, honestly, man, like, all jokes aside, that's just the reality of it. And we don't make the rules. That's just the way society views it. And I mean, we gotta live in this society, right? Like, we don't have a choice. Like, there's a lot of things that we do in our lives that people look down upon, and we don't have a choice. That's just the way it is. So just like
I also want to address. Sorry for cutting you off, but I do want to address. We are very respectable to women. Kareem's been in a relationship for God knows how long, since basically high school. Harry's been in a relationship forever. There's nothing but respect for women. Don't just because we say what we say, it's our values and what we look for into women. But we're not being misogynistic. We're not trying to say, we just truly honor and really care about values. And that's to us what the values we look for. So while yes, it may not be what the female wants to hear because they may think we're misogynistic or not, doesn't mean that we just are looking for a traditional woman, you know. And if that's not you, that's fine. If you want to go out there and do your feminist things, that's great. More power to you. But just don't expect to get wiped up by a dude if you're
by high value men.
By a high valued man. That's like a man that you see a future with. That's doing well for himself.
Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. I'm not saying you're not going to find,
and it doesn't necessarily even have to be a high value man. It's that your dream man is not gonna like all that feministic shit. So
actually, good question, Harry.
I'm good with the feminist shit. Like if you want to go out there and be a CEO, like you're a woman.
No,
more women nowadays are in higher statute positions than men. So they're doing their thing. I'm all for feminism. Do your thing, but don't sit here and say it's my body, I want to show this shit off, and then expect a high value man to wipe you up. Like
absolutely.
Yeah. No,
I like that you brought something up. Sorry, Layla, I want to ask you a question. So, what is your ideal man? Give me basically from top to bottom, like
and his body count.
Sure, we'll come in here. But Nate, give me your ideal man. Like, describe him.
Okay, so that has changed a lot. Ideally, my the first thing, my man has to have a relationship with God. I know it's not maybe your guys' thing, but I've gotten really close, religion wise, and so that's a priority. Like my last relationship didn't work out because that was something I wanted, and I've learned that that's a priority in my life. So that's number one. Everything else kind of just goes into place. I really want them to have their masculine role. I don't want to have to feel like I have in the past, where I have to step up and be the masculine role and be the money maker and do as much as it's okay, fine. It comes to me, I make the money, cool, but I don't want to feel like I have to always fend for myself. So I want that. And then I guess we don't have to get into actual appearance, 6 something. I don't.
Yeah. Give me the height. Yeah, give me.
Really?
The height.
I feel like I've never had I've dated short guys. I've dated tall guys. I've dated average size guys.
I get that. But what is your ideal? The guy that of your dreams? You're yo, this is a guy I want to marry and have kids with.
Okay, so he's got to be tall.
How much money is he making? I need all that.
He's got to make more than what I make, or at least the same, break even. Okay. He's got to be at least what 6.
But you got to put. I don't want to put your business out there as far as what you make, because you're saying that he's got to make more, you equal to you or more. But what's a figure? I don't want to put.
Sure, give us a
figure though.
Oh, I don't know. Let's give you a reasonable number. Is 70 a good number? 70,000.
What do you? This is your dream.
You're not. Yeah,
it ain't up to us.
70,000 is a good number, right? What do you guys think?
That's fine. I mean, it's you. I'm not the guy dating a guy or wanting a guy.
What do you guys make?
I'll make more than 70. I'll make more than 70.
100? Can I say 100?
I'll make a little bit.
I mean, that's usually the number that it says.
Okay.
So that if you say 100, if you say 100, understand your chances of landing a guy has shot down to 1%, the low 10%. Just know that you just went from 90%.
Well, you said my dream guy. He ain't got to be.
No, that's fine.
No, I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot harder to find a guy making 100,000.
So you would
we should have brought up the calculator before you asked this question.
So Layla, you would like $100,000 man. He needs to make 100K.
No, that sounds so shady, because I've dated guys that don't make money. So that's
it's funny. I just saw a video on this where a girl was describing what she wants. She had a panel full of guys, and it's one of those dating shows or whatever. And she starts listing off what she wants in a guy. So she says,
pushing the guys off.
And they start pushing the guys off of what she says. And then she was like, oh, well, I want a guy that's 32. And then all these guys go, because that was her age. And they're like, oh, well, I want a guy that makes 100,000. Then completely empty. The whole room is just
okay. So then we won't do 100. We'll do 80. 80 sounds like a reasonable number.
No, I'm just saying that's your dream guy, right? I'm just telling you that statistically that's gonna dwindle down immediately.
Go ahead.
And I think that's the thing is when women are asked this question, is they think that their ideal man comes in abundance in this world, and it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's funny. But I mean, I don't blame them, because if I'm in your position, I'd probably want the same thing. So that's not throwing any shade. So I was just kind of throwing that into to kind of give you a perspective, because women say they want a man that makes over 100,000, but that's like 7% of the population, the whole population, men and women together.
Yeah, the number is single digits for sure. I don't know the exact number, but it's low, dude. Not a lot of people are making 100K. Like, people are crazy if you think that they are.
Damn.
Yeah. So just so you know, Laila, I said I kind of hit on it earlier in the show. Average man is 5'8", makes 30 to 45K a year. So think about when you say average man. So the guy that you just described, first of all, what was the height? Did you even give us a height?
I think like six foot. I mean, I'm 5'6" with heels. That I should be able to be, you know.
Okay. So
That's
you want a man 6 feet making over 100K. Yeah,
Oh
that's less than 1%. That's less than 1%.
A basketball player.
Off rip.
That's literally going to be like something along the lines of 0.37%.
Yeah.
And a lot of women don't understand that because they look on social media and then they see on TV all these great looking.
But that's
guys.
not why I based it off of that. I feel like mine is just because it's. I mean,
I'm just saying in general, you think that that's an abundance, like Harry was saying, but it's not. But you think it is because you're seeing all these basketball players that are 7 feet tall on TV. You're seeing these football players that are big. You're seeing people on social media. You're seeing all these things, and you think, kind of to my point in the other episodes, is you're thinking that this is an abundance, and you're going to be able to go out there and find this ideal guy who makes 100K, who's 6 feet tall. Like, really, that's only.
Well, I know that's unrealistic because I have yet to nail one. Nobody
exactly.
But you're asking for my dream guy, so I'm like, y'all gonna shoot down everything. All right, he's gotta be Puerto Rican. He's gotta be, or if not, he's gotta be Spanish. Because
wait, weren't you all about Dominicans for so long?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I changed. So I had this
now it's Boricuas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why Puerto Rican?
Because I had a taste of it, and now it's just like, oh, the way they talk.
So you want a Puerto Rican 6 feet? That ain't happening. Puerto Rican 6 feet, bro. Yo, that shit's out the fucking window.
Yeah, look at Raul. He's fucking like 5'6". Like,
yeah, he is. He's short.
Puerto Ricans are short. You're not gonna find a Puerto Rican.
Right, I'm 5'11". Chill out, bro. I'm there. Right? I'm there.
5'8", 80K, Puerto Rican. That's reasonable.
5'8"? You went down from 6 foot to 5'8"? Damn! Short Kings. You heard it here first, Short Kings.
Yeah.
5'8" is the new 6 foot. Let's go.
Her IG handle is right there, boys. Right there. Hit Laila up. So if you fit that description,
5'8" Kings.
Slide in them DM.
Don't you dare if you don't follow the first one, because the first one you need to go to church or something. Don't even bother typing. Don't even.
At Laila Nicole, slide in her DMs like that maleta behind her, boy.
I hate y'all, bro.
Yo.
Bro. All right.
But just because so something I wanted to add, because it just kind of flowed into my head as we were talking about this, and this is more like probably getting into the whole a little nitty-gritty thing, is so not only these men are not in abundance, but this is why, like, I would say that for like when it comes to like if you have your ideal man and he cheats on you, what you would probably leave that man, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
And I think that's a bad thing to do, because that guy,
you want to be back out on the street.
That guy checks all those boxes, and you're willing to let him go.
Yeah, but
he's not easily replaceable.
Well, he shouldn't have been doing that.
He can replace you in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Because he has options.
How do you know he has options?
Yeah, I don't agree.
I'm the only Laila. He's lucky he's got me, you know?
Huh?
He be lucky. He met.
Yo, Laila
got jokes. Yo, Laila brought the jokes today.
The joke.
I'm being so serious right now, bro.
But, no, I disagree in the fact that, if a man cheats, regardless, it's up to the woman to decide. Because there's women that would just up and leave, regardless of how long the time is or whatever the status of the man. And I've seen it firsthand.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
But once again, very small percentage. Very small percentage. Not impossible. Very small percentage. No, because Laila, it's the truth, dude. Like nobody wants to get back out on the streets. If you've had this man, this perfect man that's checked all the. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
But it's gonna be like
Laila,
those
it's not-
relationships that I've seen like firsthand where okay, so and so cheats, but I'm gonna stay with them because I really don't want to go back into the world and put my heart out there. So I'm just gonna cheat and then we'll be happy and we'll just cheat on each other. That is so stupid. People do that. People do that.
Yep, good point. I like that point. That's
not okay. Why are you dating that person? Leave. Are you afraid to go back into the world? That makes you so weak.
I get you.
Listen, Laila, put it this way.
For me, it's not really about, oh, I don't want to go back in dating. It's the fact that man checks so many boxes that you're not going to find another man that checks all those boxes.
Well, maybe I was checking off the wrong boxes.
Okay, and that's understandable.
No, Laila, so that man that checked all those boxes and cheating, and you leave him, you're going to go find some other bum, and he's going to cheat too. So
you're gonna settle for another cheater.
You're going to settle for another cheater.
How do you know they're going to cheat?
Unless you're
Every guy on the list is cheating. Why he gotta cheat?
Hey, I don't meet your criteria though, so don't ask me that question. I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm not 5'8", so don't worry about what I do.
You're so annoying, bro.
Yeah, girl, get hot over there.
Like, I'm done with this podcast.
Hey, she's in the hot seat. She's in the hot seat today.
You're getting flamed right now.
No, barbecue chicken, dog. Every time she hits us with something, we come back with something even better. She's like,
y'all are just at it, bro. Find your ideal guy. Okay, no, he cheats. Find your ideal. No, that's 1%. No. Marita, me quedo sola.
You said the same thing about us earlier, where the ideal woman is not going to be found because she doesn't have less than 10 bodies, or 10 to 15. So it's the same thing.
All right,
bro.
I'll take it.
Oh man, I'm sweating. Y'all got me cracking up. All right, man. In that case, no final thoughts for anyone?
Nah, man, that was I wasn't really too ecstatic about doing this episode, but now looking at what we covered, it was a really good one.
It was like we like having Laila back. That was the
roast of Laila Nicole.
The roast. Hey, that might be the title. That might be the title for this episode. The roast
I can't
of
believe
Laila.
y'all.
I can't believe you.
This is the last time y'all gonna hear from me.
Nah, she'll be back, boys.
Nah,
you know what? We're gonna brainstorm on the clickbait caption tomorrow for sure.
Hey, don't forget, y'all boys. Hit up Laila if you're 5'8" Puerto Rican.
No, don't hit me.
You're a man of God. Matter of fact, if you're a man of God, you don't even need to make that much money, man. God got you. All right.
Amen.
Don't even worry about that. Laila said she got you. She make the money. She gonna take care of you. So
there
you go. Just go to church, bro, and she gonna take care of you. So y'all boys, hit her up.
Make sure to put in your applications, and we'll leave her handle in the comment section.
And on the next podcast, we'll pick the lucky winner. Okay.
It's a dating app.
I like it. All right.
Dating episode. We'll have a panel of dudes. And Laila just
we'll start knocking them off.
Yeah, sure. By the end of the episode, they're all
He's not Puerto Rican. He's not 5'8". He's not a man of God. He's just gonna keep going. Pop.
And 5'8" kind of short though. Yeah, now I think about it. But
yo, relax, Stream. I'm gonna need you to relax there. Right?
My bad. Oh man. All right. Anyways, man, it was a great episode, man. I have fun. I was cracking up the whole time. It's good to be back after Thanksgiving week. Yeah, Laila, thank you for coming back.
You're welcome.
Once again. Thank you for making time for us.
This will be my picture.
Oh, I you want that to be your picture? There you go. Post. That's for the post. We're also gonna put that on the IG, and then for all the boys out there to see what they're working with out there.
That'll be my post.
The 5'8" Puerto Ricans out there.
There you go. Yes, sir. But yeah, anyways, man, appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. And obviously come back for next week. We'll be back next week. We're probably gonna go another hiatus come Christmas time. We got a special episode for you guys come Christmas time though. So stay tuned.
We might have to bring Laila on that one.
We might have to.
Live. Yeah, it'll be live. So that
that's gonna be awesome.
We will be in South Florida.
Oh, that's cool.
In a few weeks, all of us together. So special episode coming up. So stay tuned for that.
We will not be in Layla's house with the maleta though.
Cállate la boca, Nate. You know what? You're not gonna get any of these gifts here, Nathan.
Yo! Hey, save me my gift. Stop playing with me.
No, I have to bring something.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah. So stay tuned for that, man. It's gonna be fun in a few weeks. The Friendly Fade Boys and Laila, we it's about to be a good one. Yeah. Anyways, man,
we might be at the golf course with it too. You never know.
Yes. Stay tuned. Don't give away too much. But it'll be fun, man. But anyways, appreciate y'all coming back, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.